How can you realistically get your first 10 sales with your Shopify print-on-demand store? Let's cover it. Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you're doing well. If you're brand new here, my name's Kerry. I wanna welcome you to the channel. Let's jump in. Today I wanna walk you through the 3 things you need to get your first 10 sales on Shopify. This isn't a really complex process. It's actually pretty simple. And I wanna encourage you to keep it simple when you're trying to get those first 10 sales. Don't try to do too much. Don't make it too complicated. Just keep it very, very simple and basic. Once you get your first 10 sales and you really start to get more and more momentum, you can always add more things into your business as you scale up. There's going to be more strategies, more channels, more designs, all those kind of different things. But really to get started, it's a very basic plan. And I'm gonna walk you through that right now. The first thing you need to make your first 10 sales with your print-on-demand store is you need a simple niched down store. I call this an MVP, a minimum viable product. Now what I mean by that is you don't need some fancy Shopify store with a custom theme and a million apps and 100 designs, all perfectly curated with tons of reviews and all those kinds of things. You don't need that at all. Now we tend to have this idea in our mind when we're getting started that we need to have this amazing, expensive, professional website, and that's just not true. In fact, getting your first 10 sales is actually reliant upon the next 2 things we're gonna talk about way more than it is your actual store. Now what you do want is you do want a store that is trustworthy, that doesn't look spammy, but that doesn't mean it has to be complex, expensive, or over the top. And so I wanna show you an example of that right now and kind of what an MVP looks like. This is one of our students inside our 6-figure founder coaching program. Her name is Anne, and she recently started a brand called Florida Pickleball Clothing Company. Now I'm not gonna go in depth and do a full review of the store, but I wanna show you how simple and how clean it is. And she's actually been making some sales with these t-shirt designs. I think she's got really great designs. But what I love about this website, she picked a couple colors that really complement each other. She's using a free Shopify theme. She's using very basic imagery, easy to read font styles. She's got everything laid out very cleanly, but it's nothing fancy. It's very simple, but simple sells, especially in the beginning. You can see on her collection pages, she's got very simple mock-ups, but they all are really clean and easy to see. You can see the designs pretty well. Again, nothing too fancy. When we click on one of her product pages, it's nothing too crazy. It's very simple. It's easy to make a purchase, and that's what we want. She doesn't have a lot of the bells and whistles, different countdowns or different things like that. It's very basic, and this is all you need to get started. And that leads me to the number 2 thing you need to make your first 10 sales, and that is, do you wanna start and launch a brand new online apparel or print-on-demand business in only 5 days? If so, I wanna invite you to our upcoming 5-day Launch Your Brand Challenge. Over 5 days inside of a private group, I'm gonna teach you how to find your niche, how to come up with best-selling designs, how to build out your store, and how to start making sales. This is a completely free event that has reached over 40,000 people since the middle of 2020. We've put on a ton of these challenges, and it is the most fun and exciting thing that we do here at Shirt School. So if you wanna register for this free event, just go to kerryegler.com/LYB. We'll put that link down in the description. Just click on that link and put in your name and email to sign up for the event. We'll see you there. And that leads me to the number 2 thing you need to make your first 10 sales, and that is emotion-based designs. Your designs are way more important than your actual store. You can have a really, really great design, a design that really speaks to people inside of a really crappy looking store, and you will still make sales. I've seen it time and time again, stores making consistent sales, and you might look at the store and be like, ooh, that looks pretty rough. But this is maybe the most important thing you need to make sales are emotion-based designs. Now, what do I mean by emotion-based designs? What I mean by that is your design has to trigger an emotion for your ideal customer instantly. They have to feel happy, feel sad, feel excited, feel pride, feel anger, something. They have to feel something right away. They have to be able to get it and know what it's about right away. One of the easiest things you can do is make funny designs that make people laugh. This is probably the most effective designs are the ones that just make people laugh. but I think also making them feel inspired or sentimental or nostalgia, those are also really, really powerful. So you have to have emotion-based designs. This is another store from one of our Shirt School members. His name is Tommy. He's also in our 6-Figure Founder coaching program, and he has Love Pup Designs. Now on this store, what I wanna point out is two different things. Now, a lot of people out there, you might be saying, well, I wanna create a brand, right? I wanna build a brand and maybe I have a logo or a really cool message or a vision that I wanna put out there. And that's amazing, but that won't sell in the beginning. You have to have some of these more slogan-based or emotion-based designs that make people feel something right away without knowing your brand. Now, they'll buy your branded stuff later, but they might not buy it in the beginning, and that's where these emotion or slogan-based designs come in. So what I wanna show you on Tommy's store is that he has both of these types of designs. He has his logo right here, which is just this Love Pup logo, really cool logo. He has this on a lot of different designs. And the reality is, unless he has a brand that's already really established, most people are not gonna buy this logo. Right now, I think it's a really cool logo. He's got a lot of different styles of the logo, but that's probably not gonna get him kickstarted into sales by just having a bunch of t-shirts with that logo. What will help him kickstart into some momentum are designs like this, the Cup O' Doodles design, right? He's taken these 3 doodles, put them inside of a ramen noodle cup and made this really cool design. This will get attention. This will get people invested into his brand. And then they might buy his more branded logo stuff later as they buy into this brand and the vision more and more. Emotion-based designs like this, even this dog dad design, these are the gateway to get people loving your brand and buying more products from you. You have to start with these emotion-based, slogan, funny, emotional designs to get kickstarted. The number 3 thing you need to make your first 10 sales is one clear marketing strategy. Now let me say that again, one clear marketing strategy. What I see a lot of people doing, a mistake that they're making when they first get started, they're trying to get their first 10 sales, is they're trying to do all the marketing. They're trying to run Facebook ads, Instagram ads, they're trying to create TikToks, they're trying to create Instagram content, they're trying to post to their Facebook page, they also wanna get their designs on Etsy, they also wanna work with influencers, they're trying to do it all at once. But the reality is, the absolute truth is that if you'll just pick one and get really good at that one strategy, you will easily make your first 10 sales. You'll probably make your first 100 sales if you just focus on one clear marketing strategy. And I wanna talk a little bit about 4 different strategies that you can use when you're just starting out. You can pick one and run with it to your first 10, 20, or 100 sales. The first strategy I call content and connection. If you're somebody who wants to put out content around a niche, you wanna create content, or maybe you wanna do a content-based strategy where you put out a bunch of content and then you get people liking and following and then you sell that way, sprinkle in your products. This is a good way to do it, but it can be a more longer term way. You're gonna have to put out a lot of content and really engaging content to get people following your brand on Instagram, let's say. You're gonna have to put out a lot of content to get people invested, and then you're gonna have to sprinkle in your products, and it can be a little bit of a slower process, but very effective if you excel in creating engaging and emotional content that people will latch onto. The number 2 marketing strategy is influencer marketing. Now, this is, on the contrary, one of the quickest ways to make your first 10 sales. If you can link up with an influencer, maybe offer some product in exchange for them shouting out your brand, or do a giveaway with them, or even just pay them some money to shout out your brand, this can be a quick and super easy way to get your first 10 sales and more right out of the gate. The number 3 strategy is probably the most complex, and that's gonna be paid advertising. Now, if you're somebody who has a background in paid advertising, maybe you've run Google ads or Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads. I mean, there's a ton of different platforms you can do this on. But if you have a background in that, or that's the way that you really want to go, or maybe you have some capital that you could put into paid ads in the beginning, this can be really, really effective. And in fact, this is how I started my first t-shirt brand and got my first 10 sales, was actually with Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, I didn't really know how to run ads at the time, but luckily I had a mentor that kind of showed me the ropes. I put $5 a day in and I started generating sales, I think on the second day of running ads. This can be a really great strategy, again, if you have some money that you're willing to lose in the beginning, or if you already have some skills on running paid ads. This can be very quick because the first day you set up your ads, you could be generating sales. So this can be a great strategy as one of the options. The number 4 strategy is through a marketplace or through search engine optimization on a marketplace. Now I'm talking about platforms like Etsy or even Amazon or maybe Teespring or Redbubble, right? Now these platforms, I hate on them a lot. I much prefer to have a Shopify store, but you can have both. You can have a Shopify store and also sell on Etsy or Redbubble the same designs. You can do that. And oftentimes this is a good way to get your first sales. Now, is Etsy or Redbubble really gonna make you a full-time income and turn this into, this huge business? Probably not, but that doesn't mean they're not amazing platforms for bringing in $1,000 a month or even maybe $10,000 a month. I think they're awesome for that. They're probably just not gonna get you to that $1 million plus brand that you can build on Shopify by controlling all of your marketing. But if this is a route you wanna go, you could list your products on, let's just say Etsy, for instance, optimize them with SEO, with different keywords and tags, and you could easily bring in your first 10 sales. It could be quick, but it might take a little bit longer to learn the ropes of a platform like that and what works best. Just to recap those 3 steps for you. Number 1 is a simple niche down store, your MVP, your minimum viable product. Number 2 is emotion-based designs that spark that emotion instantly. And number 3 is one clear marketing strategy. Pick one platform and one strategy, be consistent with it over a longer period of time, and you'll bring in consistent sales. I hope you loved this video today, and if you did, please softly tap that like button for me. It really helps us out in getting this video out to more people. Also consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Hit the bell icon to get notified when we drop new videos. See you soon.